Hey everybody, welcome to the GB Dore Show. I'm here with Ron Placone and the Miserable Liberal.
Hello.
Howdy.
Look at that T-shirt she has on. Can you show it?
Hold on.
Oh,
Can you see it?
oh,
There it is.
Johnny Tiny Hands in a woman's tee. That's nice. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the Middle East, and we're bombing because everybody and every news channel and every newspaper said we have to bomb because they're using chemical weapons, and and we know that without an investigation. And we're in the United States, we're really good at knowing who's doing things wrong without investigations. Look at Iraq, look at Libya, look at the 2013 gas attacks, look at how well everything goes. So, look at this. U.S. military investigating if airstrikes caused nearly 300 civilian deaths. This was from March 25th. We're killing civilians left and right, and we have been forever, okay? We killed 1 million in Iraq. So so this is what they're telling us, is that Assad killed some of his people with gas, and so to show him how wrong killing people is with gas, we're going to try killing some of Syrians with bombs, regular bombs. We don't care about killing people. We don't care about him gassing people. We don't care about those kids. By the way, that was a false flag attack. It makes no sense that Assad would do that. But look what we do. This is what they're admitting to. This is what CNN is allowed to report. The U.S. military is investigating whether it was responsible for the deaths of nearly 300 Syrian and Iraqi civilians in 3 different sets of airstrikes this month. Oh, here's the New York Times. U.S. airstrikes in Syria said to kill dozens of civilians. That's from March 22nd. Let's see what they say. At least 30 Syrian civilians were killed in an airstrike by the United States-led coalition fighting Islamic State militants in a rural area of Raqqa. According to residents, activists, and state television. So imagine if somebody did something in the United States, like they did it in, I don't know, like Pasadena, California, or they did it in Venice Beach or Santa Monica. Somebody blew up a bomb in Santa Monica, killed 30 United States citizens in Santa Monica. That would be 24-hour news for a month. We killed 300 people. 300 people. Where they're helping, and how are we helping? We're helping by blowing people up. That's the only way you can help. The coalition said it had no indications that an airstrike hit civilians, but in its daily report said coalition strikes, the United States military acknowledged that strikes were carried out in the area. It said that coalition warplanes carried out 19 airstrikes on Tuesday. Wow. An unusually high number for a single day. Can you imagine that? You're sitting at home, you see 19 different planes, warplanes with bombs fly over you. They drop bombs on your city. 19 different, boom, boom, boom.
I bet there was someone somewhere that was just like, oh, why didn't we make it an even 20? Feel like it'd be more of a day's work if we had an even 20 there.
It said the attack, which hit a school. Yes, we're bombing schools and hospitals. But it's okay that when we do it, because we're super trying not to. Except we're not. Because we do it all the time. So the attack hit a school in the town of Mansoura where civilians had taken shelter. It was the second time in a week that Syrians had accused the United States of involvement in a strike that killed dozens of non-combatants. Second time in 1 week. Oh, Assad's a butcher. He's killing his own people. He's a butcher, unlike us. Unlike our bombs, that when they explode, they give you a dozen roses and they hug you to death. 49 people died last week when American warplanes fired on a target in El Jinnah, a village in western Aleppo province. United States officials said the attack had hit a building where Al-Qaeda operatives were meeting. But residents said the warplane struck a mosque where hundreds of people had gathered for a weekly. They bombed a church. Imagine if Al-Qaeda bombed a church in the United States and killed hundreds of people. A church? Imagine that. Imagine if Pat Robertson was given his thing and all of a sudden, boom, a bomb went off in his church and killed hundreds of people and it was Al-Qaeda. Imagine that. There would be a country being bombed. Another one. We'd invade another country that didn't have anything to do with it. We'd do this stuff twice in 1 week. We do this stuff all the time, baby. In Raqqa, the Islamic State's self-declared capital, hundreds of people who fled their homes in other parts of Syria were sheltering in a school, according to the residents and the group Raqqa is being slaughtered silently. A team of activists originally from Raqqa who monitor the conflict. That's their name. Raqqa is being slaughtered silently. That's their name, the group's name. The two airstrikes have raised concerns about whether the United States military has become less careful or less selective in its targeting. President Trump repeatedly said during his campaign that he would loosen restrictions intended to protect civilians during attacks against the Islamic State and other extremist groups. Looks like we're doing it. We're going to loosen restrictions. You can kill innocent people. You can't save innocent people without killing innocent people. That's the whole point.
Boy, Jimmy, I really hate it when the military is less careful.
Less careful.
Are you kidding me? Less selective? That is awful.
Less careful. Airstrikes during the Obama administration also led to high civilian death tolls. No kidding. Most notably in an operation last year in Manbiji, a town in northern Syria near the Turkish border that was being held by Islamic State militants. So here's also, this is from the CNN article. It says most of those killed are civilians, among them children and women. El Kiki told CNN. Nineveh Provincial Council members call on Iraqi security forces to stop the military operations in these areas immediately and until we guarantee the safety of hundreds of thousands of civilians. Most of those killed were civilians, among them children and women. So when did someone start bombing us? Because that's what we did that to him. We thought, oh, you killed kids with gas, we have to bomb you. So we're killing kids all over the goddamn place. We can't stop. Bombing hospitals, we're bombing schools, we're bombing mosques, bombing churches. We're killing some people all over the place, nonstop, twice in a week, 300 people in a month, 1,000 people. We don't give a shit about civilians. So why do I tell you that? Because just to show you that it's whenever someone says we're bombing because we care about people, that it makes you laugh like it makes me laugh. Because if you're up on it, it'll make you laugh. We don't give a shit about people dying anywhere. We don't give a shit about kids drinking leaded water in fucking Flint right now. Barack Obama went there and drank. It's fine. He left town. Little kids, go get poisoned brains. Go have nerve damage. Because we got to go drop some bombs in Raqqa because those people need our help.
My favorite thing people say is that we're helping them free themselves. We're helping them free their nation. Like, hey, I know you don't have an arm and a leg anymore, but your nation's free.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Well, the guy that we didn't like is gone. That means you're free, right? No? Oops. Sorry.
Well, that's like if Russia said, we don't like the way your police force in America kills its citizens. We see these videotapes of them killing black people all over the place, so we're going to start bombing you until you stop that.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent. We don't like what you're doing. You're being mean to people, so we're going to start bombing your country until you stop doing it. So, and this is there it is. That's not conspiracy theory. That's the frickin' CNN. That's the New York Times. But that's not what gets focused on. They report it. But then Rachel Maddow's going to talk about Russia for 53 minutes tonight. And then the rest of the time we're going to talk about the gas attack. That's why I want to keep showing you this. So because I really had I had an experience 2 weeks ago where I was with a grown-up guy, a person my age, and very successful, smart, and he didn't know any of this stuff. And he's talking about politics. He has no idea we bomb hospitals, we bomb mosques, we're killing hundreds of people at a clip. They don't even know what what Chelsea Manning revealed. They don't even know about that we do double taps and war crimes that were our policy. So that's why I keep showing you this, because this needs to be. This is what's not focused on. So it just shows you that whenever they do focus on something like this, it's for another reason. It's for another reason. Okay, is that it? All right, we're all done? Okay. So there's going to be a million more of these stories, and we'll bring them to you. And if you like the way we bring them to you, please support us. Because YouTube pulled the rug out from underneath us, and now we're relying 100% on our viewers, the people who come to our show to get news, to get the proper framing of the news, and show you what the news media is leaving out. So you can become a Patreon, a patron. You become a patron through Patreon. You don't become a Patreon. You could become a PayPal. And
Amazon.
You can become a premium member. There's all kind of ways to help support the show. There's T-shirts. We just showed you one. We also have Amazon link, all that stuff. So thanks for your support, and hopefully this stuff's we'll stop bombing the Middle East. I don't see it coming, but we're gonna stay here. We're gonna keep raising consciousness about it. We're gonna keep raising awareness about exactly what's happening over there with your help.